The Trump administration's broad efforts to remake the U.S. government have been met with widespread criticism from federal workers. On Tuesday, dozens of federal workers and their supporters gathered outside the Office of Personnel Management in Washington, D.C. to push back on Elon Musk's apparent leadership of the Trump administration's efforts to reshape the workforce through his Department of Government Efficiency. VedScoop reporter Madison Alder was on the scene of those protests. Here's a quick glimpse into the sounds that she experienced while there.
We don't want your tech solutions, give us back our Constitution. We don't want your tech solutions, give us back our Constitution. We don't want your tech solutions, give us back our Constitution.
Protesters assembled at the OPM headquarters also carried signs with phrases like "Arrest Elon," "Stop the coup," and "Fork Musk." Some even held forks in reference to OPM's fork in the road email about deferred resignation. That offer echoed a message that Musk sent to Twitter employees after he bought the company and was also the title of an art piece Musk said he commissioned. The protests come after reports that Musk and his Doge team entered OPM and stood up an unauthorized, insecure commercial server connected to other agency systems to support the sending of mass email blasts to the entirety of the federal workforce, to include the aforementioned fork-in-the-road email. In other news, the U.S. Agency for International Development is turning off the government devices for employees tending to the agency's missions around the world. As the future of the agency remains unclear, for instance, Secretary of State Marco Rubio is now reportedly the agency's acting administrator. The disconnections risk the safety of U.S. government workers based in dangerous and hard-to-access regions. Several people familiar with the matter confirmed that USAID workers are having their phones disconnected. Those whose devices have been deactivated can assume they've been placed on leave, one person said, since those deactivations are outpacing formal human resources notifications. A second person familiar said the phones of USAID workers who are currently abroad have also been disconnected. A third USAID employee confirmed earlier Monday that the agency employees in the West Africa region lost access to their computers and phones, and that some Washington, D.C. offices, like the Office of Transition Initiatives, had experienced the same. The same employee later told VedScoop that they had also lost access to their email address with no warning. Thousands of USAID email accounts had been deactivated, one source said, following widespread reports that the Trump administration plans to shut down the agency and possibly integrate it with the State Department.